Welcome to Stormbaker. We're here today with Lynn from Farm Direct Pearls in Harbour House in Rarotonga, and today we're talking about Cook Island pearls. Lynn's going to take us through the different colours and shapes and imperfections and perfections in different pearls, and talk about things like what colour suits people best. So we're live here in the store. It's really busy. As you can see, there's tons of people in here that are really interested in the pearls. So Lynn, it's been so fantastic to meet you. What, in terms of pearls and shells, I can see that you've got some shells here. What are we looking at in terms of colour that we can get?
Great, kia ora ana. Thank you for your time. This is what we call the rawness, the shell of the black lipped oyster. Okay, our black pearls come from the black lipped oyster, which are housed within the shell. You can see the rawness here of the shell, but once it's cleaned up, you can see the colour there. So the colour actually comes from not only the shell, when you can see colour in here as well, but it also comes from the oyster itself. The oyster has quite a bit of colour within it, in the neutral colours. So what happens is when we grow the oysters, they take us 3 years to grow, the oyster. From there it has a little water sac inside, and we place a bead in there, which is a nucleus. And that starts off, and the smallest bead actually starts off at a 4mm. Then they go up in 2mm increments, okay?
So does that mean the longer that you leave the pearl in the shell, the bigger that it grows, or is it just determined by the size determined by the seed that goes in there?
Correct, that's right. Yeah.
And is that how the colour's determined as well?
The colours are determined in terms of what comes out of the oyster, so it's really much Mother Nature in terms of what the oyster's actually doing in terms of the water in the shell within the lagoon. The lagoon is very good for growing the oysters, okay? So the movement of the secretion, which is the coating that goes around the bead, covers it beautifully, and the colour starts from there. So it's all basically up to the shell and up to the oyster.
Does water temperature, because the water over here, guys, the water over here is amazing. It's just like having a bath. Does the water temperature have anything to do with the colour
It can do, yes. The other beauty about the Manahiki Lagoon is that there is no break in the lagoon itself is all coral, okay? So basically it's a very deep lagoon. The oysters are down 25 to 30 metres. So the movement and everything down there's not lots of harsh movement or anything like that. So the lagoon itself is very good for growing the oyster.
Yeah. And so in terms of, so at the end of the day, what you get out of the shell, sometimes it'll have imperfections, yes, sometimes it'll be perfect, and you don't know until you open the shell.
That's correct.
What's going to be inside.
Yeah, it's very much like a lucky dip. You harvest, there's 1/3 of your harvest which will be of very good quality. To give you an indication, if we harvest 1,000 pearls, basically 100 of those will come out as either perfect A's or B's. So in terms of a perfect pearl, I can show you one here. So basically what we're looking at here is the actual the surface of the pearl. So what we're looking for is a lovely clean surface. Okay, if we've got any imperfections or any divots, or like this particular one here, you can see there's some little marks there, okay? In terms of that, that's the little imperfections. This particular one here is lovely. It's rich in colour. It has a nice luster. Also too, no pits, no divots, no indentations. So that's the higher end of your grading for your pearl. So our grading starts off at perfect and then goes A, B, C, D, low grade rejects, okay?
And when you talk about luster, because I mean we have luster in gemstones and diamonds, and luster in gemstones and diamonds basically just means how much does this thing sparkle?
Sure.
So when we talk about luster in pearls, does it have the same meaning? How much does it glow? How much does it shine?
It does, yeah. Basically for us, once we've done our harvest, the pearls come down to the store and we just wash them. That's purely just to get the smell of the oyster off. then the natural luster appears. Okay, so it's the nice high sheen that you see in it. We don't oil up our pearls or anything like that to give it more shine. It's all purely from what's come out of the oyster, and then we place them onto our settings.
And so all of our Stormbaker watches, because we have quite a few thousand now, I've been talking over the last few weeks about how pearls and different coloured golds are coming back into fashion.
Right.
So, and different and people don't realise, I think a lot of the time when people think of pearls, they think of Nana's pearls.
Yep.
And that's kind of the way that the generation that are looking at buying pearls now are perceiving them. But they're not Nana pearls anymore. And these designs are absolutely amazing. So here we've got, is this white gold with baguette diamonds?
Yes, it is. Yes, it's 18 karat gold. Yes.
18 karat white gold, which matches perfectly. And from here, there's no artificial lighting in here, so that's something, you guys all know that we don't do the artificial lighting. So so you can see here the different colours now. I can see purples, greens, golds. It's just amazing, and the way that the baguettes just sit around here, it's an absolutely beautiful setting.
Underneath?
Yes, I can lift the pearl with my finger.
Just so we can see.
Look at that, that's amazing. Now, I've always been very honest with everybody and said I'm not a huge pearl person, but I do love these pearls, I really do, and I'm getting into designing a few more pearl pieces, but it's hard to design things when you actually I don't know a lot about pearls, and that's why we're here. Now this piece here also has an enhancer on it, which means that you can clip it on and off. So there's a little clip at the back here. I've actually got one of these, a really nice leopard sapphire and diamond, and I love it. I've never done an enhancer before, but you can clip it on and off, so you can wear it on a chain as a beautiful solitaire drop, or you can wear it on pearls for a really elegant evening look. So it's absolutely amazing, stunning, and the different colours that are available are gorgeous. Now, how should we look after our pearls? Because it's very different to looking after a diamond and gold ring. You have to be very, very careful with pearls.
That's right. They're very easy to look after. It's purely just wipe with a damp cloth. What you want to do is actually avoid spraying of perfumes or hairspray. So we have a wee saying, your pearls are last on to go out but first off to come home. So it's just very, very easy. Just get the pearl, just wipe with a damp cloth, and that basically just removes any maybe little oil sediments or something from your skin, oils off.